What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin coming back to you with Week 7 of the NFL 2015 season. Last week, Week 6, I went 8-6. Winning more games than you lost is there's always something positive out of that. Quickly get into this week. Thursday, I picked the Seattle Seahawks to beat the 49ers. Just on the fact that Kaepernick historically has not played well against the this particular Seattle team, and he didn't look good. He didn't look good against this team, despite Seattle having their struggles this season. We'll quickly go ahead through them. Sunday, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, the Buffalo Bills head to Jacksonville to play the Jaguars. Oh, they're not actually in Jacksonville. It's considered a Jacksonville home game, but they're playing in London. I'm gonna go with the Bills in this game. Jacksonville played some close games, but just still not that good of a team. The Bills, I would say the Bills have been sort of a disappointment, but I think they'll win this game. Next game is a 1 o'clock game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers head to Washington to play the Redskins. Tampa Bay is coming off a bye, I believe. Okay, yeah, Tampa Bay is coming off a bye. I'm gonna go with the Redskins. Just on the strength of their running game. I think Tampa Bay, Winston still has room to grow. And the team itself, although they are 2-3, which isn't that bad at this point in the season, I think they're gonna lose this one. The next game, the Atlanta Falcons head to Tennessee to play the Titans. The Titans, outside of beating Tampa Bay in the first game, have not played well. They got destroyed last week against the Dolphins. They got destroyed last week. And it was a game in which I picked them. Both of these teams are two teams that I picked in Week 6, and they both lost. But I think Atlanta's the better team. Running game has been underrated. The defense is the problem. But Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, these guys have played really well. And, the Tennessee Titans don't have Drew Brees. So give me Atlanta. Next game, the New Orleans Saints head to Indianapolis to play the Colts. New Orleans coming off a pretty big win against the at the time undefeated Falcons. It was a division game, so it could go either way. And New Orleans played a really good game, got that W. Indianapolis Colts played a pretty good game against New England, and most people talk about the horrible play call. One of the worst play calls I've seen in a while. But I thought they had kind of a turnaround because they haven't looked that well all year. Andrew Luck was coming back off an injury. I'm going to take the Colts at home. Maybe that New England game was a turnaround. Next game, the Minnesota Vikings head to Detroit to play the Lions. Lions have struggled. They got a win last week against Chicago. When they first played Minnesota, the score didn't really show how bad the game was, but the Vikings really controlled the line of scrimmage, got a lot of pressure on Stafford. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vikings. I think they've just been playing better football. The next game, the Pittsburgh Steelers head to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. Now the Steelers still without Big Ben. I don't know the status of Mike Vick. I believe it was the quarterback who came in and was a part of the win against Arizona. He's gonna be the guy that's gonna probably start. That's depending on what's going on with Vick. I'm gonna take the Steelers. The Chiefs, man, Alex Smith is not the guy. You lose your best offensive weapon in Jamal Charles, and your secondary has been terrible. Give me the Steelers. Next game, the Cleveland Browns head to St. Louis to play the Rams. Now, which Rams team are we going to get? The one that plays well against Seattle, against Arizona, against Green Bay, or the one that gets beat down by Washington? I'm gonna go with the Rams in this one. I'm gonna go with the Rams. It's weird picking them because you just don't know how they're gonna play. They play up they play up to the good competition and down to the bad. But I'll take them. Next game, the Houston Texans head to Miami, play the Dolphins. I'm gonna take the Dolphins. That's definitely a toss-up game, but I'm gonna take the Dolphins in that one. Next game, the New York Jets head to New England to play the Patriots. New York Jets have definitely been the sleeper team. No one's really talking about them, but they've played really well. I watched majority of their games. The defense has played well. You bring back Cook Marty, you bring in Buster Screen, you bring of course you bring back Revis. Your front seven's been playing well. The run game has definitely been underrated. It's actually one in terms of yards, is one of the best in football. I believe it's in the top 5. And Fitzpatrick, he's the question mark. Which Fitzpatrick are you gonna get? If he plays well, they're really tough to beat. But if he plays bad, it just, of course, it makes it harder to win, especially against a Patriots team where you can't make many mistakes or they're gonna capitalize on it. Because normally with the Patriots, they don't beat themselves. They don't make a bunch of mistakes. They don't turn the ball over that much. And if you do, it just hurts your chances of winning. I'm gonna take the Patriots. I don't think they're gonna lose any home games this year. Starting of the 4:00 game, Oakland Raiders head to San Diego to play the Chargers. The Chargers lost a close game against the Green Bay Packers. Phillip Rivers, I believe, threw for over 500 yards. So offensively, they played well. They had some missed opportunities in that game. Oakland, on the flip side, they've actually, they've looked much better than they have in the last few years, or even longer than that. But I thought they looked well, pretty good this year. Amari Cooper, David Carr, they got some veterans on that defense. I'm still gonna go with the Chargers, although like I said, Oakland's a much better team than they have been. I'm gonna go with the Chargers, and it's a division game, so anything can happen. Next game, the Dallas Cowboys head to New York to play the Giants. Giants look terrible in a pretty ugly game against Philly. A bunch of turnovers, but the Giants, that was the moment where they could really seize control of the division, and they fell apart. They didn't take that chance in seizing that control of that division. But I'm gonna take them just on the fact that the Cowboys just have a bunch of issues, quarterback issues. They're talking about starting Matt Castle, please. Injuries, we all know all the injuries. Defensively, we'll see how that front seven plays. They're gonna have to win on the back of the defense. They got to get something out of their running game. But I'm gonna take the Giants in this one. Sunday night game, Philadelphia Eagles head to Carolina to play the Panthers. I'm gonna take the Panthers. The Eagles came off it was an ugly win, but they ended up getting the win against the division rival New York Giants. I believe they have control of the division now. I want to say, yeah, I think they do. At 3-3, which isn't that great, but I'm gonna. Like I said, I'm going to take the Panthers. I know a lot of people are going to pick against the Panthers. They picked against them last week, and the Panthers ended up making a comeback in Seattle. It was an amazing win. I thought the defense was able to get pressure on Russell Wilson, but think about it, who hasn't been able to do that? I don't know. A lot of people just, I think a lot of people just don't watch the games, or maybe just because Carolina's not a huge market. It is what it is. Cam Newton he's been really good this year, and a lot of people look at his numbers, and of course his numbers don't jump out at you, but look at his weapons. Greg Olsen's a beast at that tight end position, but you look at the receivers. Ted Ginn is his most targeted receiver. Go look at Ted Ginn before being a Panther. He was in Arizona, mainly special teams. He was in San Francisco, mainly special teams. He really wasn't a receiver. And you talking about this guy is probably going to be the #1 receiver now. Well, currently. Obviously, no Kelvin Benjamin injury. He doesn't have a lot to work with. Problems with the offensive line. He's pretty much the reason they're top 5 running in terms of yards per game, in terms of rushing. He's one of the reasons. So I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers in that one. That was a Sunday night game. The Monday night game, the Baltimore Ravens head to Arizona to play the Cardinals. The Ravens have been a huge disappointment. Secondary issues. Of course, you're losing your veteran leader in Terrell Suggs. That's a huge loss for that defense. Offensively, the running game isn't, it's just not what it was last year. It was pretty good last year. And in terms of passing, Joe Flacco, the offensive line hasn't been that good. They've been okay. And the receivers outside of Steve Smith can't get open. Steve Smith's the only guy that's been able to get open. But that pretty much does it for this week. Of course, let me know what your picks are. What is your game of the week? And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.